and also among the corporates, about apprenticeship, where to look for. And I think we can have some more details through task, through Srikanth, if anybody is interested for that. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, thanks Satya. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, we are partnering with UNICEF YUVA, and Satya is one of the links over there with whom we are working on this apprenticeship program. We are having our students information session on 27th and on 23rd, 22nd, sorry, thanks Satya. On 22nd, we are having a session in the afternoon, and I'll be happy to share the link with you, where apprenticeship for corporates, what is the difference between apprenticeship, internship, and how can corporates benefit from it would be covered, right? Please be on the lookout for the task posting on both these ones. Next question, yes please, yes ma'am.
Sir, I request you to encourage placements through internships in core companies, sir, especially 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁, mechanical and civil. Nowadays, the strength is becoming almost decreasing. So I request you to encourage placements through internships in core companies.
Sure, ma'am. As we said, the L&T managing director is here, and we would be exchanging the MOU with them, where our students would be able to get opportunities in all core sectors also. So there are multiple such things. Vidal NT is another partner with whom we are signing up today, with whom we will be looking at core engineering technologies, etc. So there are multiple things that we have planned for our students here. Thank you. Next question, please. Yes,
yeah. Very good afternoon to one and all. I'm 𝗳𝗏𝗻𝗃 from 𝗧𝗦𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗽𝗍 Foundation. I work as a cyber project manager. We work closely with the industry and academia with respect to cyber safety and security programs, where we have initiated with AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, where we are covering 5 lakh people. We are upskilling 5 lakh people on 4 levels of training on cyber security. We would be very happy to associate with all the academic institutions over here. Many of them also know me, and also with HYSIA. We would like to offer that particular program for all of you. And you can please connect to us. I think we are signing the MOU also with task. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Cybersecurity is so important for any IT industry today, and the collaboration will definitely help. Let's talk about it. Any other question, please?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 𝗚. I am the Director, Career Development Center from 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 Institute of Science and Technology. Most of my friends are talking about internships as well as the industry, academia, interface and programs and all those things. As I worked with a couple of corporate universities, what I see is in corporate universities, we are implementing practice school. Like in 1.1, we are doing industry visits. In 2.2, we are doing 2 months internship. And 4.2, we are doing 6 months internship. Likewise, in engineering colleges across AP and Telangana, if we can implement that practice school, it is good. Or otherwise, if you want to implement, like in 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 Institute of Technology, after I took over, we placed around 1,260 students on 6 months internship with average stipend of 15,000. Whereas we are facing an issue on 2.1 and 3.1, where 1 month internship, if the industry like Infosys, Mindtree or Capgemini or Cognizant or the Task, if they can help us in getting the internships for the during 2.2 and 3.1, because anyways 3.2 placements are going to start. So during 2.2 and 3.1, if we can get industry wise internship like projects or something like that, that will be a great help to all the engineering colleges.
Yeah, I hear you, but I also know that industry finds it little difficult to give a 1 month project, because the person has to come in, understand the way of working and then contribute. So the 1 month isn't exactly sufficient, but I hear you, and we will discuss it with the industry and see what is the solution we can offer. At least I know that Infosys Springboard has a small solution for it, where on Infosys Springboard we have internship for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Of course, it's not easy to get those internships.
Yeah, that I agree. Yes, sure.
But we can see how to scale that.
Sure, sure.
Is a question there?
Thank you. Good morning, wonderful program. I'm Sachin. I represent Indian Society for Training and Development. This question is for Thiru or Meenakshi yourself. More from a corporate standpoint, I worked in Cognizant for a long time like Hari, and that's where I'm coming from. So from Springboard to your Maker Lab, this is more from the effectiveness of a project governance standpoint. From Springboard to the Maker Lab, to the actual recruitment, to the effective employees. What has been your ROI in terms of this entire, do you have a funnel? Do you have expectations out of Springboard, the entire ecosystem that you have developed, which is fantastic in globally? So some thoughts from your side.
I think ROI, to be frank, is a very wrong question to ask, right? L&D organizations typically are always asked, what is the ROI? The best ROI is the growth of the company. In Infosys, for example, the way we measure the effectiveness of employees is on how well we are doing on the growth, on the skills that we think are going to be in huge demand, right? Whereas for Springboard, what we have said is we are not going to kind of make it a job-oriented thing only. It has to be from a grassroots level. In fact, Springboard is for class 6 on to a lifelong learner. So what we have done there is we basically looked at 4 important parameters. We call it as 4 C's. Coverage, which is 10 million students. Next is consumption, which means are they coming and learning? Once they consume, are they completing, which is the third C. If they are completing, are they gaining a competency or a certification, which is a proof of the learning that is applicable or applied on a particular thing, right? So certificate. So coverage, consumption, completion, and certification. Final thing is the correlation, which is the ROI. But it's a CSR initiative from us. Instead of we looking at ROI, we want colleges, the government to look at ROI, saying, is Infosys Springboard helping? I think there were a lot of questions around, is Springboard only IT? We are not really focusing on IT. Just to kind of clarify, right? It's digital skills. Every industry, no matter pharma, manufacturing, retail, everyone is actually impacted through digital technologies. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to kind of create domain-oriented, what you call learning through problem statements that the industry is facing, and then what digital technologies can support. Digital technologies doesn't only mean IT skills. It can be PLM skills, it can be something else, and all of that. So that's how we are looking at it. But in Infosys, we use the model called 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁, which is where Nivas and my team members are here. They can articulate, right, on how we measure stage 1 to stage 2 to 3 to 4 to final ROI. That's how we do it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Thiru. One last question.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, please go ahead. Okay, 2 last questions. Depends on when minister arrives.
Thank you so much. So my name is 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. I'm from 𝗓𝗏 Foundation. We are actively working with TASK for various programs in terms of 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗀 and all. So my question to Mr. Thiru, we are coming up with a very unique program which is regarding the cyber wellness or cyber safety. So we want to make sure that this reaches a lot of students across because it is in the interest of the current generation. We are exposing the students to a lot of technology in terms of learning platforms and learning environment. At the same time, it is also expected something out of the student behavior. What is appropriate? There is some appropriate behavior that is expected out of the student while he is getting engaged with the internet. And also there is a need that he needs to protect himself from the internet. So can we do some an strategic alliance with regards to the platform you're looking at, where we have amazing content, we have built amazing content.
Yes, we are very eager to have right kind of partnership formed for Springboard. However, the evaluation is very stringent, and I'll request you to send an email on Infosys Springboard. There is a contact us, so you can utilize that and send the details. We'll take it up.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Do the evaluation.
Hi, this question is more so from task perspective. I'm from Nagara. I work as a principal engineer there. We'd like to thank TASK for giving us the opportunity to help train FDP on blockchain. But we are looking at how do we take things further of course, along with the MOU that we get. So we would definitely look more opportunities to work together in future. But in terms of innovation that's being done in emerging technologies like blockchain, AI, ML, everything. So is there some kind of case studies or innovation lab that's being set up where people can showcase the case studies? Because one of my experiences is working with a community called 𝗬𝗏. So we built around 7 case studies related to blockchain. But yeah, trying to solve problems in real world with help of emerging technologies that probably will become reference models for people who want to use the technology, right? Because projects are still coming along on these emerging technologies. So what kind of opportunity
We lost voice. Okay.
Hello? So what kind of opportunities does TASC provide? Or, is looking into the horizon to kind of bring things along the innovation model or case studies or things like that?
Very important point, and I'm glad you brought it up. I can tell you from my experience with TASC, though I don't represent TASC, 𝗳𝗧 has done many master classes with TASC, and you can also reach out to TASC to plan such master classes where they host it on a TASC platform where more than 2 lakh students have registered. And my experience is that when a particular event is hosted on TASC platform, more than 2,000 students attend at a time. So you can't have better reach than that. So please connect with Srikanth and plan for masterclass and the case study presentation. Depending on the substance that you have, I'm confident that you will get good response. We've seen it in past.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't have the Honorable Minister here yet, so maybe we can take one more question or a suggestion, because you've been...
Hello, my name is 𝗂𝗽𝗍𝗺. I think I come from EDS Technologies, worked as an automotive specialist, but there have been many talks about how we cover the core engineering. So we are very keen to participate or cooperate with TASC as well as to the member institutions to bring something on lightweighting, because mechanical engineering today looks at lightweighting, sensorizing of the products. That is what the core engineering industries are looking at. And the civil area, we have some geospatial information study and assets of digital assets. So if there are any institutions or any industries can co-create along with us, we are open to that idea. So I thought I'll just bring this on this table.
Thank you so much. This is the most meaningful conversation that we could have had today. That, okay, how do industry and colleges, the educational institute collaborate? And this is the open invitation to all the institutes who can take it up eagerly. So I think you are the most sought after person after this. Would you like to repeat how to contact you if any of the institutions want to get in touch with you? Okay, so today the MOU will be signed, but if people want to contact you?
Yeah, I can share my mail ID towards the end of the session to all of them. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can share it right away.
Yeah, you can reach me on 𝗂𝗽𝗍𝗺@edstechnologies.com. Simple. It's a long one, sorry.
Yes, I realized. Any other question? Yeah, there's a question there. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. I am from SBIT Khammam. Actually, my one suggestion is, can we have any idea library so that we can collect the ideas from students, and also we can provide the patent for that idea for the students?
Excellent, excellent suggestion. I'll talk to Srikanth offline and see how is it that we can create an idea library. From time to time, I have seen TASC have hackathons, but idea is slightly ahead of hackathon, right? It's just an idea at the initial stage. But there is no reason why shouldn't we have an idea library and encourage our students to think beyond the given problem or the given project. I'll request TASC team to take it up, and I'll also work with Srikanth. There's a question there.
Good morning, madam. Good morning to all. So I belong to the Department of Technical Education under the leadership of Dr. Naveen Mittal, I chairman, sir. Commission of Technical Education, and Secretary Srinath sir. So I belong to the Government Institute of Electronics, one of the leading enrollment of task. We have the 9 emerging technology course in the diploma level. It is the one of the leading institution. So I request you, we are having the NBA accreditation from the department as well as the AACT as per the norms. In the recently we got the 3 courses, programs NBA accreditations. So in that, the experts are telling we need one industry sponsored lab. So I am trying, if you are providing under CSR, so many industries are there. Even though our students are also having some industries, they are taking the placements, but in need for the accreditation purpose, at least you sponsor one lab under the CSR with help of the task.
I think that can definitely be considered, but I don't exactly know details of what you mean by sponsored lab. So
No, it is a emerging technology based courses. We are offering diploma in artificial intelligence and machine learning, and diploma cyber security and cloud computing.
Okay.
So we are also among the 3 emerging diploma courses. We have the embedded system, computer science, EC. It is one of the leading institution in diploma level. So many our entrepreneurs are also there. But I have to introduce to 𝗖𝗍 because we are in the part of Telangana. Now they're leading. Our enrollment ratio is also highest in the 4th one. In the diploma level is the 1st one. So try to help.
yes, sure. We can propose it to our member organizations.
Okay.
Please do reach out to us.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. This is Amrinder from 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. We have been working with academia, almost most of the engineering colleges in Telangana for the past 6 years. And we have launched 1 lakh internships in partnership with top MNCs on our platform called Smart Interns. So since 6 years, we have worked closely with academia and industry, and we understood a couple of grassroots problems which are unaddressed. Especially when it comes to the bringing up this career readiness programs, actually we are missing out the 4 years of time, and we are focusing on the time where students can additionally put up, okay, like value-added courses, a small portion of internship for 1 month. But why we are not focusing on complete 4 years? The industry intervention should be at a level of each subject. See, the students are learning DBMS. Of course, the same DBMS, you have a lot of job roles, and industry is using DBMS. But if industry can bring up certain modules which will go as part of the subject itself, and which will help the educators to train them in an effective way as per the expectations of the industry, I think this problem can be solved in a better way. So whatever curriculums which you are planning to build, instead of bringing it as an add-on course to the engineering, try to include it as part of their regular subject itself. So you can enable them by using project-based learning, activity-based learning. So if that comes in the curriculum itself, the regular subjects, so you don't have any problem to suggest them additional subject, and they don't have any problem to change their entire the curriculum, subjects and other thing, and students can effectively learn those subjects, and that will ultimately help the industry. So that's my suggestion.
Thank you for the suggestion, because it is exactly aligned to the curriculum mastermind that we are coming up with. But I'll remember this, and since you have a platform for internship, please do reach out to 𝗖𝗍. We will be able to collaborate. There are many edutechs here, and if you want to collaborate, please do tell us. Thank you for the great interactive session. Just to wrap up the previous session, let me highlight the growth that Telangana has seen in last 1 year, where we have Telangana government has added 24% talent in IT industry just in last 1 year and has very, very ambitious plan for future. And it's but obvious that the 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 plays catalyst role in the whole transformation that is happening in the Telangana and work for future, partner for shaping the future. We are spending a disproportionate effort in our strategy theme about talent transformation. We just heard about the curriculum mastermind, the immersive experience for teachers and college adoption. Let me tell you, the movement has already begun. Infosys, which is partner of 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, on the Infosys Springboard, we already have 46,000 students, active learners, who are already learning what the industry needs. You might ask, there are colleges who are already working with industry, why is 𝗧𝗦𝗧 needed? Let me tell you that the 𝗧𝗧𝗧 brings might of 200 GCCs, the system integrators and startups who come together to support you. 𝗘𝗍𝗿 will tell you that it's easier to launch an initiative. So in 𝗧𝗧𝗧, it's not just about launching the initiative about curriculum mastermind or the immersive experience. We would like to see the benefits, tangible benefits for the students and colleges, and it is possible only and only if we have very systematic governance. What I'll request is that 3 months from now, we will have a meeting with Srikanth of Task and see which are the colleges here are actually taking benefit of curriculum mastermind and the teachers' immersive experience. And now the ball is in your court. In Telangana, no college should say that we need more interaction with industry. We want industry to work with us, because 𝗧𝗧𝗧 is there to support you. The ball is in your court. Now you have to grab the opportunity that is there in front of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your valuable questions and suggestions. Thank you very much, ma'am and sir, from Infosys and 𝗧𝗧𝗧 for sharing the insights. I am quite confident that both these initiatives will be creating a new chapter of the journey of employability of students. Thank you, ma'am. Like a real relay race, I would like to invite my colleague, Ms. Durga, to take you through the next proceedings. Durga, over to you.
Thank you, Deepa. A very good morning to all. It's time to invite our dignitaries. It's indeed my privilege and an honor to invite our chief guest for the day, Honorable Minister of IT, Industries, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Telangana State, Shri 𝗘𝗍𝗻𝗺 Garu. Ladies and gentlemen, TASK is the brainchild of our Honorable Minister. Welcome, Honorable Minister, sir, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. Next, I would like to invite the guiding force behind TASK, the guest of honor for the day, our Honorable Principal Secretary, IT, E&C, Industries and Commerce, and Vice Chairman, TASK, Shri 𝗬𝗎 Garu. And I would like to invite Shri Krishnamachari Srikanth Garu. And I would like to invite Mr. Tirumala from Infosys. And now I would like to invite TASK CEO, Mr. Srikanth Sinha, to join our dignitaries on the dais. So now I invite CEO Task Shri Srikanth Sinha to set the content.
Honorable Minister, sir, the guiding force, the vision behind Task, Honorable Principal Secretary, IT Industries, Shri 𝗳𝗏𝗺𝗔𝗧, the person who has been believing us, supporting us, and making this event today a reality, Honorable Shri 𝗳𝗏𝗺𝗔, my namesake, Krishmachari Srikanth, the former captain of the Indian cricket team and the Board of Selectors, Chairman for the Board of Selectors. Welcome, Mr. Tirumala, the CLO from Infosys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure for me to be present amongst all of you here today as I welcome the honorable dignitaries on the dais and just set the context for today, for this particular session. Task over the years has partnered with a lot of organizations. In fact, we work closely with 80 organizations as of today. But today we are entering in with a new MOU with 26 organizations and renewing 27 earlier ones. This entire MOU, Minister Sir, would impact 150,000 youth of Telangana. While at one side the corporates are coming forward to support our youth, our colleges are no longer behind. In fact, all these students, etc., are registering with Task and becoming part of this and benefiting from these MOUs that we are signing. With this note, because the Honorable Minister is already delayed, I would like to end the thing and request my namesake to start the opening. Krish, why don't you come and address the audience? People have been taking photographs with you, but let them hear you also. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, Mr. K.T. Ramarao, Mr. J.S. Ranjan, Principal Secretary, Srikanth Sinha, Tirumala, I'll say, okay. Dear friends, I think I've been listening to all of you for the last 2 hours. Mine will be a totally different approach, just like a cricketing approach. So I'm into, you all must be wondering what am I sitting here for. It so happened that the same, I can call him fondly KTR and Jayesh, and they were the people who were, when I signed the contract with Task MOU, we have a small company called EduTech Private Limited. We are into spoken English skills, which are joint venture with British Council, and we have a certificate from British Council. So it's a spoken English skills product. And we have a career development skills product, which some people refer to as life skills, some people as soft skills. I don't like to use the word life skills and soft skills. I call it career development skills because we use it a lot in cricket. It's about leadership skills, stress management skills, innovation skills, communication skills, teamwork skills. And then, of course, we have a little bit of job skills products called entrepreneurship skills and retail sales skills. This is our product. I mean, I don't want to talk my business, but my product itself is actually a motivational product. How many of you have seen the movie 1983? Can I say majority? Okay. Because, I mean, you'll have to understand when the cricket and life goes in parallel. Everything goes in parallel. I heard Madam Manisha talking, I heard Thiru talking, I heard so many people asking multiple questions, but you all missed the basic point in life, I'm sorry to say. How much ever you need, I'm an engineer, by the way. I'm a qualified electrical engineer from College of Engineering, Guindy. No, those days there was nothing called sports quota. I had to get 95% in my pre-university to get into my engineering. And I passed out of engineering 72%, which is the easiest thing to do. So if you ask me whether engineering stuff, honestly speaking, the answer is no. If you say getting a degree is it's the easiest thing. All you have to do is 10 years question papers, go through the 10 years question papers. You can guess about 5 question papers. So there are 8 questions, 3 live in choice, write the 5 questions, get 80%. That's what most of the students do, even do today. Do you all agree with me or not as college principals or not? Yes. Tell me the truth. So we really don't learn. We really learn only post our life. post-our education. And that is a basic point I thought all of you missed today. You're talking technical questions, you're talking this, that, blah, blah, blah. Man, in life, first and foremost, you need self-belief to succeed. Which is why I said the movie 83. If India have become the world champions today, or the world champions in Indian, today we call ourselves, we rule the world cricket today, right? It all started with one man called Kapil Dev, who led us to the 1983 World Cup. That guy had tremendous self-belief. And if you guys all have passion, self-belief, and tremendous positive energy, you can succeed in anything you want. Forget about all these questions you all ask. I don't believe in all that at all. They are all too technical, which is already there. But this is the most important thing the students need today, which has been neglected, and which I believe it should start from, in my opinion, KTR and Jayesh sir, is that KTR, I can call you KTR, I call him Jayesh only, fondly, because KTR has seen me play, get hit on my face, have 27 stitches in Lal Bahadur Stadium in 1987 versus Pakistan, incidentally. That was way back in Pakistan when we played the one day. So the basic thing is you need to see 90% of people lack that motivation, that courage, the confidence. Life is all about confidence, my dear friends. Life is all about confidence. If you give confidence to Indians today, we will do wonders. That's what is happening here. That's what is happening in TASC. That is what Srikanth Sinha, Jayesh, KTR, and everybody is trying to do. Give confidence to the youngsters so that the youth of India can shine. And if, in my opinion, you're all only talking from college level, I would go one step lower. The whole thing has to start from school level. You know, I'll tell you a real life story. I just start with this. This is about my own story. In school, you know, in the 10th standard, 11th standard, they like to write an essay, right? What do you want to become when you grow up or something like that? I wanted to say, my mind was to be a big shot. I don't know what this goddamn big shot was at the age of 10, at the age of, say, when I 10th standard, when you're 14 years or 15 years. Big shot means Srikanth, means 4 people should know who this Srikanth is. That was my desire. So, I always believe if you have a deep-rooted innermost desire, and if you follow it passionately, and if you are able to do it passionately and follow it with positive energy, you can achieve anything you want in life. Forget about all this technology and all. Don't mistake me at all. I'm a technology myself. I'm in the technology business myself. I'm in the digital learning myself. But I'm just saying it goes beyond that. I'm not trying to say. Yes, we all need all your inputs, your technology, the Infosys of the world, the tasks of the world, the ITs of the world, everybody, yes. But life is beyond that. And that is what I want to tell you guys here. Please instill that into the students, that confidence in the students, and say, guys, you can do it. They will do it. Good luck. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, CEO, sir. Under your leadership.
Since KTR reminded me, he said, you're looking younger and younger, your energy levels are growing. All I talk about is, everybody is here almost a technocrat, right? 90% are technical people. Only one rule in life. Energy can neither be destroyed nor created. It can be transferred and transmitted. So good lot of energy, my dear friends. Everything will go well.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Srikanth Sinha, sir. Under your leadership, TASC has touched the lives of many students through trainings and won prestigious awards. On that note, let me call upon my colleague Swati to start with the Mou Exchange Program.
Thank you, Durga. Ladies and gentlemen, as the African proverb goes, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. Today, TASC is entering into partnership with 25 new partners and reinforcing partnership with 20 existing partners. I would now request the dignitaries to please step forward for the MOU exchange. I would like to invite Mr. Gauri Shankar, Mr. Syed Sajil, Mr. Narendra Gaud from 24/7 AI. I request 𝗘𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗺 to please hand over the memento to the partner. I would request Mr. Bharani Kumar, Mr. Ajit Kumar from 360DG. I request Mr. Kumar Jadeji and Mr. Colonel Pradipta Jain from Kalyani Bharat Forge. Now I request Mr. Manjunath from Selenois. Now I request Mr. Benedict from CSS Corp. Now I request Mr. Samad Bajaj from Designer Class. Now I request Mr. Pankaj Singh from Head Held High. Now I request Mr. Sri Jaipal Reddy, Mr. M. Prabhakar, Mr. Nagesh from Hetero. Now I request Mr. Tirumala, Mr. Nivas from Infosys Springboard. Infosys. Now I request Mr. Tirumala, Mr. Nivas from Infosys Springboard. I would like to invite Ms. Padmaja Ramani and Ms. Raghu from Infosys Mamata. Now I request Mr. Venkat, Mr. Chakravarti from InnoHat System. Now I request Mr. Venkat and Madhu from InnoHat System. Now I request Dr. S. Anand Reddy, Dr. Srinivas Rao, Mr. Sachin Chowdhury, Dr. Gangadhar from ISTD. Now I request Mr. KVB Reddy, MD L&T Metro, Mr. NVS Reddy, MD HMRL from L&T Metro Rail. And I request please team to come forward for group picture. Monster. Now I request Dr. Sangeeta Shamsundar, Dr. Sharmukh, Mr. Tanish Arora from Monster. Now I request Mr. Manoj Sunil Shetty, Mr. Faninder, Mr. Visvajit Raut from My Startup TV. Nagaro. Now I request Ms. Kanika, Mr. Raju Charkuri from Nagaro. Ma'am, your access. చెప్పండి.
Excuse me, cameraman, like you're blocking the live telecast of the program. Could you please give way to the guest so that they can reach the dais in time? Thank you.
Now I request Mr. Krishnadas Menon, Mr. Sumit Manohar, and Mr. Ramesh Pispati from PGK Technologies. Now I request Mr. Chiranjeevi, Mr. Umesh Maheshwar, Ms. Krishna Madhavi Kalyan from Premier Energies. Now I request Ms. Reena Dayal, Mr. Ramesh Ketaraju, Mr. Arun Pati from Quet Council of India. Now I request Mr. Subhajit Saha from Resolute. Now I request Mr. Rajesh Chandrasekhar, Mr. G.J. Kumar, Dr. Avinash from Tally Education. I would like to invite Mr. Rohit Ravindra, Mr. Sufiana Khan from TAP Academy. Now I request Mr. Rajat Sahi, Mr. Anuj Gupta, Mr. 𝗂𝗽𝗍𝗁 from Vahan. I'm sorry. Ma'am, okay. Okay.
We'll just need the names right now. The sir doesn't have time. So once once that is done, we will ask the Honorable Minister to speak. The notes will do later on when J.S. is there.
Okay. I would request Ms. 𝗂𝗶𝗁𝗺, Mr. Mehak Pretam, Mr. Raju from Weedle. I would request Mr. Danya from Rubicon. Miss.
Rubicon का play कर दो ना. नहीं वहाँ पे. Next. Yes. छोड़ दो.
I would now request Major Vinit Kumar and ILN Rao Garu from Cyber Peace Foundation.
Since he has come from that place, this thing is to be called renewals will be done there.
Okay. Now I request Mr. 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗺 Srikanth from AA EduTech.
Read out the quiz.
Okay, I have to. Now I request NO Foundation team.
Get the memento first. Get the memento. Get the memento.
Only memento.
Get the memento first.
Only memento. Page memento इट्टे सर memento इट्टे बतले ने.
Now the renewals. Amazon Web Services, Cisco, 𝗬𝗦𝗔𝗧, EDS Technologies, 𝗂𝗽𝗱, Generation Next, 𝗂𝗏𝗻, 𝗖ście, IBM Skill Build, Insofe, Nandi Foundation Mahindra Pride Class, Oracle Academy, Salesforce, Skyfi Labs, Smart Bridge, Smart Infra, TSAT, TapLingua, UiPath, Unschool.
Let's call at least 10 of them on the stage. So first 10 names you can call on the stage so that at least 2 ho jayega. Photo.
Okay.
Right? We'll exchange the emoji.
Yeah, may I request Mr. Amit Krishnan from 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗺 to exchange them, please. It's the government of Telangana. Yes, sir.
That's later on. First, let's get the. We're all. So AWS, Cisco, 𝗬𝗦𝗔𝗧, EDS Technology, XLR, Generation Next, 𝗂𝗏𝗻. Can you all please come up on the stage? Because we are running short of time. We would, but not miss the opportunity of taking a photo with the Honorable Minister. Therefore, please come up on the stage so that we can take a photo with him. Please. Mementos. नहीं, बाद में जय सर के टाइम पे देंगे. बाद में. बाद में
పెంచొచ్చిండ్రా 10 ఇచ్చిండ్రా ఇంకా 9
We'll get it done, don't worry. Next list.
𝗳𝗏, 𝗳𝗬, IBM Skill Build, Insofe, Nandi Foundation, Mahindra Pride Class, Oracle Academy, Salesforce, 𝗘𝗽𝗍 Labs. Request you to please come.
Access is also here? No.
Yeah. Sir, we can make it sir. We can TSAT.
Face onwards.
𝗳𝗬, IBM Skill Build, Insofe, Nandi Foundation, Mahindra Pride Class, Oracle Academy, Salesforce, 𝗘𝗽𝗍 Labs, Smart Bridge.
ఇవన్నీ కార్పొరేట్ ఇవన్నీ గవర్నమెంట్ లాస్ట్ అయిపోయింది లాస్ట్ ఇంకా అది అయిపోయింది లాస్ట్ స్కూల్ డిస్కౌంట్ లాస్ట్
ఇంతే
Sure.
Smart Infra, TSAT, TAPLingua, UiPath, Unschool, Access Health,
IOCL.
Exchange अभी करते हैं. इसके बाद VC से करना है. Okay. She was supposed to do it, but you do it. Get onto the
and
stage
mentor
now.
together.
Get together. Get quickly, come.
I request Mentor Together team. We also have 2 universities who are signing up with us today. I would now invite Mr. 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗀 Rathod, VC Palamuri University, and Professor Venkatramana from RGUKT University to exchange the MOU.
Some of the students whose life is going to be impacted are here with us today. I would now request Mr. 𝗬𝗏, Management, Government Affairs and Public Policy, Google, to join the dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the awardees of the Google Career Certificate Scholarship Program, built and taught by Google to prepare learners from all backgrounds for high demand skills. It launched certification courses to create pathways to jobs in IT for people with no experience. These girls are Bhumika Kindodi, Nirshita Bonipalli, Khyati S. Desai, A. Meghna, B. Aparna, J. Bhagya Haindavi, K. Swati, Harsha, S. Kalpana, Mamidi Prasanna, Bantu Deepika, G. Divyasri, Pullekudi Bhargavi, Tigala Maitri, K. Purnima, R. A. Bhargavi, B. Meghna, Amulya, Pratibha and Shravani from different districts of Telangana. And also, I would request one person from the college management to accompany with the students on the dais. Today is a proud day for them, as they not only get a scholarship to do the program of their choice, but also their dream of being with the Honorable 𝗘𝗍𝗺 is also fulfilled.
Students, can you please come front? You can get down. Students, please come front. Students, please stand on the bottom line.
Yeah, can you please come by college, by student? College and a student. Please. Let us not make a crowd here, please. It will be inconvenience for everyone on the dais as well as other guests also. Please cooperate with us.
Bhumika, Acharya Degree College, Sangareddy. They are not listening.
Excuse me, we are announcing by college. Can you please come? Can you please come along with your student? I request college management. I request college chairman, secretary, principals. I request you to come along with your student. Please do not crowd. Excuse me, due to some security reasons, I request everyone to leave the dais. Except the guests, everyone, please leave the dais. I request everyone, except the dignitaries, everyone, please leave the dais. I request only students to be at the dais along with the dignitaries.
ఏ కాలేజ్ వాళ్ళ కాలేజ్ ఉండండి సెపరేట్గా అందరూ ఒకేసారి వస్తే కలదు.
Excuse me, everyone. Let us not gather on the dais. Let us come by college name, please. It's a request.
May I request to please leave the dais? Please leave the dais except the students. And the other MOU exchanges will happen soon after this with IT Secretary, sir. So please, in the interest of time, we would request you to please stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think if people have not taken a photo, quickly take your photo and step down. I think we need to continue with the program further. Please go back. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. We are still continuing with the function.
Those who have done, please leave the dais. Can we quickly move on, please? Request you to please move on. Move on, clear the dais, please. Thank you. Those who are done, please move on. Request you to please leave the dais.
Go ahead, announce, let everyone. Please take your seats.
Please take your seats. Please.
Request the guests, please take your seats. Please kindly be on your seats. Students, just be aside. Students, I request the students to be aside. Requesting all the guests to be seated, please.
Please be seated. Thank you. Government of Telangana. Government of Telangana is also signing MOU with 𝗂𝗽𝗱 in social media platform. Now I invite Mr. Amit Krishnan from 𝗂𝗽𝗱. I request everyone to take your seats, please. Next to the I'll now like to invite Dr. 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, Chief Innovation Officer, and Pranay Kumar, Head of Partnerships, TSIC, to come on to the dais. And I request the Honorable Minister and other dignitaries to do the poster launch of Intinta Innovators.
సేమ్ అదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ అవునులే కానీ లేదు కదా ప్లేస్ లేదు కదా వీళ్ళిద్దరే ఉన్నారు
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for which we all have waiting eagerly for. Stars shine at night, some stars shine at bright daylight. It is our pleasure to welcome such a star, our Honorable Chief Guest, the young and dynamic Minister of IT, Industries, Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Telangana State, Honorable Minister Shri 𝗘𝗍𝗻𝗺 Garu. Thanks.
Thank you, Shrikant Sinha, CEO of TASC, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, our Principal Secretary, Industry and IT. 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗺 Shrikant Garu, I think a man who needs no introduction, the most energetic guy in the room. Thank you, Chris, for being in the room. And I thank all the dignitaries gathered here. I see lots of Vice Chancellors, I see lots of academicians, I see lots of entrepreneurs, I also see lots of industry partners. I thank all of you, in fact, and I also apologize because we ended up showing late. My apologies, my sincere regrets, because we had a prior program which ran over the time that we actually had stipulated. So my apologies for making you wait as well. Delighted that today TASC has in fact entered into 26 new partnerships, ranging from life sciences to loco-pilot training to digital well-being to fashion, textiles, personality development, accounting, English speaking, job seeking, etc., etc. There's plenty of them. I congratulate each and every one of the partners, and particularly the Telangana Academy for Skills and Knowledge. I think you guys deserve a huge round of applause. On top of the new partnerships, about 27 renewals of existing partnerships have also happened with esteemed partners such as Bharat Forge, Kalyani Raphael, Cisco, Amazon Web Services, IBM, Infosys, and AA EduTech, Mentor Together, Tapalingua, Mahindra, Nandi Foundation, Salesforce, SmartBridge, Unschool, UiPath, etc. Also was delighted and extremely pleased to see the Google Career Certification Scholarship, which we had signed about, I think, 6 months ago, also take off, and about 20 students, mostly girls, almost 20 of them coming from the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe background, being supported, and them in fact in turn creating an aspiration for the rest of their cohorts. As you all know, this scholarship program is centered around 6 courses: IT automation, IT support, UX design, data analytics, project management, digital marketing, and e-commerce on Coursera platform. The other thing I also wanted to quickly mention, today employment and employment creation remains the biggest challenge for every government across the world. మీరు ప్రపంచంలో ఏ ప్రభుత్వాన్ని తీసుకున్నా, తెలంగాణ ప్రభుత్వం అయినా అవ్వచ్చు, భారత ప్రభుత్వం అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా అమెరికా ప్రభుత్వం అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా ఇంకేదైనా దేశంలోని ప్రభుత్వం కావచ్చు. The biggest challenge for all of us, every government across the world, is to contain unemployment, to ensure that skilled manpower, skilled think force is provided an opportunity to excel in terms of all the opportunities that are coming up. As we all know, Telangana is one of the most progressive states in India, which has been able to create a great positive momentum in terms of attracting new industries into our country and into our state. We are very proud of the reformatory policies that Honorable Chief Minister has actually created in Telangana, be it the TSAT or be it the 𝗘𝗍𝗺, which provide equal opportunities to all. But what I'm even more excited about is the institutions that have been created in Telangana, because we are all temporary. None of us is permanent. Neither my position nor this life, for that matter, is permanent. So what matters really is not individuals but institutions. What matters really is processes, not persons, individuals. So what we've been able to do is something truly, that I take a lot of pride in personally. For instance, the building that we are sitting in, the T Hub. Now for some, this might just be a physical building. For me, I believe this is a 1/3 of what we have in terms of our global ambition. This is one piece of the world's largest innovation campus. We would like to bring about a culture of entrepreneurship. We would like to bring about a culture of enterprise into our youngsters, catch them very young. So I'm thankful to TSIC, the Telangana State Innovation Cell, for launching a program to promote rural entrepreneurship, to promote social entrepreneurship, to catch our youngsters young, at a very, very early stage in high school. The Intinta Innovator program, which basically means, in roughly translated into English, it basically means an innovator in every single home. You know, all of us, in fact, in our day-to-day rigor, we do multiple things, but I think one of the most important lessons we all pick up on a day-to-day basis in our daily routine is how to improve the processes that we work on a day-to-day basis. Now, that is exactly what Intinta Innovator is also trying to accomplish. Coming out with disruptions in our day-to-day life, coming out with what might seem like simple solutions, but very effective tools which can add a lot of value. I'm delighted that even that is shaping up well. Not only T-Hub, Government of Telangana has created institutions like TASK, the Telangana Academy for Skills and Knowledge, which currently has more than 718 various colleges. Engineering colleges are about 145, Polytechnic about 96, Pharmacy 51, the Masters in Business Administration, business schools 22, degree and post-graduation colleges 403. Between all of them, they have 718 colleges enrolled under TASK. Since the formation of Telangana in the last 8 years, TASK has been instrumental in training and skilling 653,189 students, 6,53,189 students. We have not only trained the students, but we have also trained the trainers. About 14,338 faculty also have been trained. The current student registrations at this point in time in TASK is about 244,617. Now, not only in Hyderabad, TASK is not just a center in Hyderabad. We have decentralized. We have set up units in Khammam, Karimnagar, Sirisila, Warangal. We will also be setting up units in Nalgonda, Mehboob Nagar, and we are looking at centers in other parts of Telangana as well. More importantly, as I was pointing out, not only the skills part of it, because as we all know, in our day-to-day lives as well, we use, most of us use smartphones. And in the smartphones, I think every second week we get a notification कि software upgrade हो गया, आप भी upgrade कर लो. If you don't upgrade, and my phone keeps bugging me, I don't know about yours, it keeps asking me if it can be done, when I'm sleeping at 12 o'clock in the night. I'm not very comfortable with that thought. So I do it when I can. But the point is, just like how a phone would update and continue to update its software, I think all of us also, to keep forging ahead in life, to keep forging ahead in our chosen careers and chosen paths, we also have to keep learning, unlearning, keep skilling, upskilling and reskilling. There's no substitute to it. Because as the world around us changes and continues to evolve, if we don't grow with it, then we'll be left behind. And of course, apart from the skilling component, as eloquently put by Krishnamacharya Srikanth, I have to tell you an interesting story about Srikanth. I was a school student. I was a student in school when Chris was playing, Srikanth was playing. And of course, like the rest of my generation, we were all fascinated with this guy, his flamboyance. That was the era when we had Mahindra Amarnath, Sunil Gavaskar, all of them playing test cricket. And this was one guy who used to come in swashbuckling, hit everything out of the park. He didn't have the patience, I think. Of course, he had the technique. He had the complete technique, but he was very impatient man. He used to, be very fidgety around in the ground, and he used to move around a lot in the crease. He used to walk almost to the leg umpire right after each ball, and his stance was very unique. So we were all huge fans, he was a very flamboyant cricketer. So I went to see him when he was playing Pakistan. It was India-Pakistan game, 1987 I think it was. It was held in Lal Bahadur Stadium, and my school was very close. I went to grammar school then. So we all went there. Unfortunately, Chris, in fact, I was hoping he'd score a century, or he would just do a blistering 50 or something. But Chris, you disappointed me that day, man, and of course you were hurt. Wasim Akram bowled a bouncer outside the off stump. Chris decided that he'll basically hook it, over square leg or mid wicket. I don't know where he was trying to go there. Over the mid wicket or square leg. So he took it outside the off stump, he flicked it, or he hooked it, and then the ball took the top edge and hit him, I think, on the left eyebrow. He had 27 stitches. I remember very, very, it's still fresh in my memory. He had to walk from the ground. He had like heavy bleeding. So to see him here in flesh and blood and tell us about the self-belief, I think that is one take-home lesson for me. Because no matter how stacked up the odds are against you in terms of the challenges which might appear insurmountable at that given point of time, as the team of 83 had proved it, self-belief, passion, energy, and most importantly, I think a bit of luck as well. All of this coming together, I think it will really keep you in good stead. So Srikanth Garu, thank you very much for coming all the way from Chennai. And thank you for being a partner of TASK. Thank you for giving that extremely energetic speech. I'm sorry I didn't watch 83 yet. I will certainly watch. I'm a huge movie buff. I will watch, and I will certainly give you my feedback as well. Once again, sorry for showing up late. Like I was saying, the last thing I'll say this and I'll close out. The biggest challenge for all of us in governments today is not just about bringing in investments. क्योंकि बहुत बार जब मैं बोलता हूँ कि कोई एक नया इंडस्ट्री आया है तेलंगाना में, the one question that I get asked immediately on social media is, इसमें से तेलंगाना बच्चों को कितना मिल रहा है? How many Telangana kids are getting employed? Why don't you tell us that? Now my humble appeal to the youth of my state and the youth of this country as well is, you know, private sector में अपने merit पे, अपने talent पे, अपने skill पे, अपने बल पे आपको मौका मिलेगा. See, you know, my job is to continue to expand the pie. My job is to continue to bring in investments. My job, Jayesh's job, is to continue to attract investments. If we get into a parochial mode, where I start imposing restrictions and saying कि आप 90% तेलंगाना बच्चों को लेना पड़ेगा, then they will simply say, okay, you know, maybe I'll look elsewhere. The point is, the more number of factories, the more number of services companies, the more number of enterprises we are able to bring to Telangana, more of the opportunities, more of the chances of one getting gainfully employed. So what really matters is being in a position to be able to latch onto that opportunity which the government is trying to bring into our state. As the pie continues to grow, I think there will be opportunities for all. Today, Hyderabad has become an investment magnet and also a magnet for a lot of job seekers who want to shift from Bangalore, from Delhi, from Chennai, from other parts of India and come all the way and settle here. In a free country, in a democracy, you cannot stop anybody from moving from one location to another. So my humble appeal to the youth of Telangana is, please utilize TASK, please utilize the valuable services of our partners, please ensure that you are gainfully skilled and latch on to all the opportunities that are coming your way. So good luck, Jai Hind, Jai Telangana. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your vision and roadmap sets clear directions for us. Thank you also for taking out time and being with us today. Now I request TASK CEO Srikanth sir to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Honorable Minister sir, thank you very much for taking out time from your busy schedule and being present amongst us over here today as we celebrate this momentous occasion of envisaging to spend 1,50,000 with the MOUs that we have entered today. So thank you very much, sir, for your presence. Really appreciate. Apologies for the thing, but then seeing you, no one can stop themselves from taking a selfie with you. So thank you for that also. Would like to thank the Honorable Principal Secretary, Sri Jayesh Ranjan Garu, the guiding force behind TASK and the Vice Chairman of TASK for taking our time, guiding us, helping us reach out to all these various organizations and partner up with them. Thank you very much, Jay sir. And of course, the opener of the Indian team, Krishnamachari Srikanth. Thank you very much, Krish. Really appreciate the thing where on one phone call from me, you actually took the flight and came here. I really want to thank you, Krish. Thank you very, very much. I would also take this opportunity to thank all the partners who have signed the MOUs today. I think, today is the beginning where we are starting our new journey, but we have got miles to go. And I'm sure that with your support, all our colleges, all our youth will be able to achieve a lot. I would also like to thank all the people assembled over here, college management, etc., for being part of this event, the MOU signing ceremony. Before I end, I would like to hand over a small token of our appreciation to the dignitaries on the dais.
Deepa.